That $12 to $18 moisture tub in the cleaning aisle is not magic. Those white crystals turn into liquid. The bucket fills up, and most people toss it like the product is dead. But the part they do not print in big letters is this. It is mostly calcium chloride, a cheap salt that grabs water from the air and holds it. Before we break down the $4 reusable version, hit subscribe so you do not miss the oven step brands quietly avoid. This matters in closets, basements, bathrooms, cars, and storage bins, where damp air becomes odor, rust, mold, and ruined fabric. Scrubbing the black spots, spraying the musty shelf, or washing the softened cardboard only fixes the evidence. The cause is still floating in the room. Moisture sits in the air, then collects on the coolest surfaces first. Basement walls, closet corners, metal tools, boat cabins, recreational vehicles, storage units, gun safes, and the back of a winter cabin that has been closed for months. That damp layer is where smells start, where boxes sag, where leather gets tacky, and where rust begins before you even notice it. A healthy indoor target is usually around 30 to 50% relative humidity. Once a space spends time above roughly 60%, mold risk climbs fast, especially where air does not move. That is why a clean closet can still smell musty 2 weeks later, and why seasonal decorations come out soft even though the bin was sealed. And that is where this stops being a cleaning aisle issue and becomes chemistry. Does moisture control really require a powered machine, or can a simple salt do the job? Inside most disposable moisture tubs is not a secret gel or a tiny machine. It is usually calcium chloride, a simple inorganic salt that is extremely hungry for water. Calcium chloride is the same basic material used for road de-icing, dust control on gravel roads, some food processing, and pool or farm applications. In the tub, it starts as white crystals or pellets. As humid air passes over it, the salt attracts water vapor, dissolves into it, and slowly turns into salty liquid brine in the bottom chamber. The part they usually do not emphasize is that the branded container is the expensive part. A small disposable tub at the store might cost several dollars and be thrown away when it fills. The raw calcium chloride can often be found at hardware stores, pool suppliers, farm supply stores, or online in larger bags for only a few dollars per pound, depending on the grade and season. That cost gap is the business model. You are not paying 3 or 4 times more because the chemistry is rare. You are paying for a plastic tub, a label, convenience, and the habit of replacing the whole thing. Once you know the ingredient, the product changes from a mystery purchase into a simple moisture trap. Calcium chloride above, collection space below, and airflow around it. Calcium chloride works because it is hygroscopic, which means it does not just sit near moisture. Its charged particles pull water molecules out of humid air and hold onto them. In plain English, the salt is grabbing invisible water vapor before that vapor can settle into your walls, closets, tools, shoes, or storage boxes. The part that surprises people is what happens next. Calcium chloride does not simply get damp and stop. In a humid room, it can absorb so much water that it dissolves itself. That process is called deliquescence. The hard pellets slowly turn wet, then slushy, then become a salty liquid brine that drips down into the container below. That is why these tubs can look like they are creating water from nothing. They are not. They are collecting water that was already floating in the air, molecule by molecule, until gravity finally takes over. This is also why calcium chloride beats those little silica gel packets in open spaces. Silica gel is useful inside sealed packages, camera cases, pill bottles, and electronics boxes because it can keep a small enclosed space dry. But it holds far less water by weight and gets overwhelmed quickly in a basement, bathroom, laundry room, boat cabin, or musty closet. Calcium chloride is the heavy-duty option because it keeps working as it turns into liquid. No fan, no compressor, no outlet, no buzzing motor, no filter, no drain hose, just a salt with a strong attraction to water, sitting above a place for the brine to collect. The part the store-bought tub does not advertise is that you only need 2 things: calcium chloride pellets or flakes and a container system that keeps the dry crystals above the liquid brine they create. You can find calcium chloride as moisture absorber refill, ice melt, or driveway de-icer. Check the label. You want calcium chloride, not rock salt, not magnesium blend, and not scented mystery granules. A small bag can cost around $4 to $8, depending on the store and season. The easiest build is a plastic colander nested inside a bowl of similar size. The colander holds the crystals. The bowl catches the brine. That separation is the whole trick. If the crystals sit directly in their own liquid, you lose working surface area and the setup turns into a salty puddle. Pour calcium chloride into the colander until it is about 2 to 3 inches deep. Do not pack it down. Air needs to move through the pellets and liquid needs to drip through the holes into the bowl below. Set the unit in a closet, under a sink, in a storage room, in a boat cabin, or anywhere damp air sits still. Within hours or days, depending on humidity, the top will look wet and the bowl will start collecting liquid. When the bowl fills, carefully empty it, rinse if needed, and put the colander back on top. Add more calcium chloride when the pellets have mostly dissolved. The safety part matters. Calcium chloride brine is salty, slippery, and corrosive to metal. Keep the bowl stable. Keep it away from kids and pets, and do not place it where it can tip onto tools, wiring, flooring, or fabric. That is the entire disposable product, rebuilt with better control. Now the viewer knows. Here is what changes once you understand the range. This is not a magic machine that pulls moisture from an entire house. It is passive chemistry. It works strongest in the air immediately around the crystals, usually within a few feet, and it works best where air is trapped and damp. That is why one small unit makes sense in a closet, a pantry, a gun safe, a tool cabinet, a storage tote, a boat cabin, a recreational vehicle, a crawl space access area, or a small shed. Those spaces do not have much air volume, and the moisture has nowhere useful to go. Put the bowl where air can reach it, not buried behind boxes or sealed inside a plastic bag. The part people get wrong is expecting one bowl in the corner of a basement to do the job of an electric dehumidifier. A basement has hundreds or thousands of cubic feet of air, plus concrete, wood, carpet, and stored items constantly releasing moisture. One calcium chloride cup may collect water, but it will not control the whole room. For a basement, think in zones. Put several units around the edges, near damp walls, under shelves, by problem corners, or close to stored bins where musty smells start. In a large basement, 4 to 6 small units will usually make more sense than one oversized container in the middle, because each one treats the pocket of air around it. Airflow matters too. If a fan is already running, the crystals can contact more humid air, but this is still not a replacement for powered drying after a flood, a leak, or serious mold conditions. It is for maintenance moisture, stale air, condensation, and small enclosed spaces. And the part most disposable tubs train you to miss is this. When the crystals turn into liquid, the story is not automatically over. That brine has collected the water for a reason, and what you do next is where the reusable trick gets interesting. That liquid at the bottom is not waste. It is calcium chloride brine, which means the same drying salt is still there, just dissolved in the water it pulled from the air. This is the step the disposable brands do not print in big letters, because the business model works better when you pour it out, buy another tub, and repeat. But chemically, the calcium chloride has not vanished. It has reached the point where it is loaded with water, and heat can drive that water back off. Here is the practical version. Carefully pour the brine into a shallow, oven-safe glass dish. Use glass, not metal cookware, because concentrated salt solutions can be rough on metal surfaces. Keep the layer shallow, so the water has room to evaporate instead of sitting in a deep puddle. Put the dish in an oven at around 300 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 150 to 200 degrees Celsius. Let it bake for 1 to 3 hours, depending on how much liquid you collected and how shallow the dish is. What you are waiting for is the water to evaporate away, leaving the calcium chloride behind as a dry or crusty solid again. Do this with ventilation, avoid splashing the brine, and do not handle the dish hot. Calcium chloride can irritate skin, and the regenerated salt will grab moisture again as soon as it is exposed to air. Once it cools completely, break up the dried material if needed, seal it in an airtight container, and reuse it in the same colander setup. The tub wanted you to see garbage. The chemistry says it is a refill. Now the viewer knows. The fine print print matters because this trick is for humidity, not water damage. A calcium chloride tub can slow musty closets, damp basements, sweaty windows, stored tools, boats, recreational vehicles, and small rooms where moisture builds up gradually. It will not fix a roof leak, a cracked foundation, flooding, plumbing seepage, or water coming through a wall. The part that keeps this safe is containment. Keep both the dry crystals and the collected brine away from kids, pets, eyes, skin, leather, and metal. The brine is concentrated, slippery, irritating, and corrosive enough to stain surfaces or damage finishes. If it spills, wipe it up with plenty of water and do not let it sit on hardware, shelves, or floors. The part that keeps the regeneration honest is ventilation. When you oven dry the brine, you are not destroying water. You are putting that captured moisture back into the kitchen air. So open a window, run a vent fan, and avoid doing it in an already damp house. Use glass, control the heat, and stay under about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The goal is drying the material, not cooking it, smoking it, or ruining a pan. This is not magic. It is a cheap moisture tool with limits. Used within those limits, now the viewer knows. A disposable moisture tub looks cheap until you count the calendar. One name brand container can run about $12 to $18, and in a damp closet, basement corner, boat cabin, or recreational vehicle, it may be used up in 6 to 8 weeks. That means one location can eat through roughly 6 to 8 replacements a year. At normal store prices, that is about $80 to $130 every year for one problem spot. Add a second closet, a storage room, and a garage cabinet, and the cheap fix quietly becomes a subscription. The part they sell as convenience is mostly packaging. Inside that tub is the same basic chemistry: calcium chloride grabbing water from the air and turning into brine. The plastic cup changes, the label changes, the ingredient doing the work does not. A bulk bag of calcium chloride can cost only a few dollars per pound, and if you regenerate it carefully, the ongoing cost is mostly a short oven cycle. Even after counting a little electricity, you are not buying a new plastic container every month or two. The savings are not only in the first refill, they multiply across every damp space you manage. One closet is a small win. 4 locations over a year can become hundreds of dollars not handed back to the disposable aisle. The compound never changed. The business model depended on you treating it like trash. Now the viewer knows. So when the crystals turn into liquid, they are not gone. They are loaded with water, and that changes the whole product. Thank you for watching. Write in the comments where you would use this first: a closet, basement, boat, or recreational vehicle. Subscribe for more breakdowns of overpriced everyday products, because once you know what is inside, you never see the shelf the same way again.